Hey, what's up everybody? Nate here, and today we are playing the Super Nintendo classic Phalanx. Kimco is a company that I didn't recognize the name of immediately, but when I looked them up, I've actually enjoy a lot of their games, and this one is no exception. If you'll notice, I am Wink Ballfield, which sounds more like a James Bond villain than it does the hero of a space shooter game. But I'm mission code SK9-1 something. I'm driving the Raffi Enforced Fighter, banana phone in full effect. You must not fail, good luck. They put an awful lot amount of pressure on you. I guess though, in an alien invasion, failure is not much of an option. Okay. I like how my spaceship looks like a gun. Looks kind of like maybe I'm part of Voltron, but I'm his dick. That I'm just part of like a giant robot that other people are supposed to sync up with. Or possibly, I mean, I don't own a spaceship, so to me, all spaceships are automatically rad, but I feel like in the universe where Wink exists, he drives like the Ford Taurus of spaceships. His shit is not very cool at all. But we're go. Totally Escape from New York style future graphics. His computer sucks. Motherfucker can't even play Doom. But that effect right there is high tech for its day. Alright, so let's get at it. This is, it's your typical space shooter game. The main trick is just to always remember, stay calm. The game is not as hard as you think it is. Just don't panic when a bunch of shit starts flying your way. I like how the giant thing drops me off, but then it doesn't stay to help. Like, hey, giant spaceship, you think you want to help me fight this war? It's like, nope, here's your shit. Peace out. Oh, I'm already off to a bad start. So there are, this L is a weapon that'll, like, I can actually shoot. P's are power-ups, and they also give back life, so that's good. E is an energy weapon. I have to charge to shoot it, but it is strong. It is by far my favorite weapon in the game. A, B, and C are different missile types. See how I'm constantly shooting a missile? A will hit an enemy and explode. B will travel through all the enemies on the screen. And C is like a homing missile. Down in the bottom right, you'll see L, E, H. Those are the 3 out of the 4 weapons that I have. L is laser, E is energy, H is homing. It's what I'm using now. Homing is good for open areas like this. Not so much for like caverns or any place with a ceiling and a floor. There is another weapon which we'll get in stage 2, which is an R. It's for ricochet. I generally like the 3 weapons to be energy, homing, and ricochet. Although the laser does have a lot of advantages. It's just not as strong, but it does shoot backwards. The game doesn't have much of a story. See, this is the laser. It's pretty cool. It can be upgraded once more. Any upgrade you pick up affects all of your weapons, so that's really cool. There's not much of a story in the game. Like between stages, most of the story happens in the game itself, which I think is really cool. Like right now I'm in the clouds flying around, meeting the aliens as they attack. I can't really kill this giant spaceship right now, I just have to sort of survive for a while. It's invincible, although it looks like I'm hitting it and hurting it. I'm not. I do like how it disappeared into the clouds, super cool effect. And now we're gonna head down from the clouds. So there's a lot of homing mines here. The homing missile is good. I meant to say there's a lot of landmines here. The homing missile is good. That's the fully upgraded power. That's when it's awesome. I'll show you the energy, fully upgraded, and the laser. See, the laser shoots behind me. So that does have some advantages. But in open areas, I generally prefer this. And now we're down to the city, and I like the different levels, the different layers of the city to give you a real feeling of depth. They did a really good job with that. And the game is spectacular on it's no lag. The game almost never slows down. Looks like the city's already been destroyed though. Things aren't going well. So here it's best to use the energy, I find, because it kind of spreads out. And whoa. I'm sorry, I have to have a serious moment here till I get this back under control. Oh man. So what I wanted to say, okay, I got it again. When you beat the stage, you don't get your life back. You start stage 2 the same way you ended stage 1. So I only have 1 more hit point left. If I were to beat the stage right now, oh, I have 2. That's not so bad. If I were to beat the stage right now, I would start with only 2 hit points. And when I die, I lose the weapon I have selected, and I lose 2 power-ups, I believe. So you don't, the challenge of the game is not only getting to level 7 or 8 and beating it, but you all need to get there with weapons. Otherwise, you're going to be overmatched. And it's just extremely difficult to get caught up. So you need to focus the entire game. You know, it's not, I have plenty of lives. I'm not worried about running out of lives so much as I am not being strong enough to actually beat the game in the end. And here I can actually destroy it. I find that the energy weapon is almost always better for bosses. It just does so much damage. And it travels through walls and things, so that's oftentimes beneficial. Oh, that was close. Thanks, missile. Lasers are really good for things like this, you know, where it's just some like random enemies. I do prefer the homing myself. The only bad thing about the homing missiles is that they can get caught up chasing an enemy off screen. Or they can get caught up shooting something that is invincible. They're not good for bosses because they don't always necessarily attack the weak spot of the boss. These guys shoot up and then down, so he'll shoot down and then he'll shoot up. Again, the energy weapon is best because it's just strong and it kills them quickly. I prefer the C missile, the homing one. But there's really no preference. It's B is in its own right. This is the first boss. Again, with the energy weapon, usually the best. Wait for him to open up. And now that he's opened up, we can attack him. And just move up a little, stay against the edge of the screen and he can't get you. Just charge up and shoot. And now that both arms are destroyed, we want to hit the boxing glove. Now that the boxing glove is destroyed, we just sort of go for his face. And that's it. He's not a very challenging boss. Stage clear. I do like how the spaceship flies by. It's a neat effect. Try the next mission. All right. And the second mission is underwater. Get ready. The pictures are really cool. Makes me excited. Little kid me would have been thrilled. But this is the underwater stage, but guess what, everybody? We're going to have to do it next time. So until then, peace. Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Phalanx Stage 2. Now, the very first thing you want to do here, and hopefully I haven't already wasted too much time, is charge up your energy weapon and shoot the shit out of this thing, because there is a power-up in there to get your life back. But you got to be quick. You see, there's almost no time to do it. The thing about the water level here is that the water itself that I'm in naturally pushes my ship backwards. So if I'm down here, I'm fine. But if I'm in the water, I have to fight against the current. which is a neat effect. I enjoy the challenge of this. Some of these things I can indeed kill, but most of them I cannot. So you have to be careful of the walls. And again, because of the current, navigating between them is... Well, I knew that one was coming. That's one of the walls you can shoot. So here's the ricochet weapon, so hopefully I didn't do that wrong. Oh man, I'm so busy looking at my weapons, I'm not paying attention. So that's the biggest enemy in the game, is not paying attention like that. When you shoot a wall, you generally want to stay kind of close to the screen here, like about midway, and then just sort of back away from the wall. You can only have so many bullets on the screen at a time, so you shoot faster if you're closer to the enemy. Because the bullets hit and exit, and then you can shoot another one faster. So for the walls, you want to be fairly close, and then you just sort of want to back away at the same speed so you can shoot them as fast as possible. It's a strategy I use a lot, get close. As you can see, even now with the homing missiles, I'm kind of creeping in towards the enemies. So I'm worried because I have almost no life. I'm gonna die here. So I need a little bit of serious time. Again, you just want to charge up and shoot and stay calm and watch out for the spray of bullets. Okay. It's not so bad. Bosses are easier. Again, if you don't die, you keep your weapons, and then the boss fights are easier than if you're stuck with your standard weapon. And one of the big downsides is that if you only have, like, there's no way for me to go back to my default machine gun. Once you have a weapon, L, E, H, or R, you have to use it. So what sucks is that you can get stuck with like only a weak-ass energy gun, and then you can't shoot very fast because you have to charge, and when you hit enemies it doesn't do much damage. So a big strategy of the game is staying alive, more so than in any other game. And if you're gonna die, choose your weapon accordingly. You lose whichever weapon you have selected, so sometimes it's beneficial to switch weapons just to die. With this thing, you can just sort of sit back and then you charge in head first and die. So I was going to say, you sit back and then you only have to fight half of it. Once half of the circle goes off screen, the whole thing unloads. You can see that I lost my gun, and now I'm stuck with a weaker version of the ricochet. The weak version of the ricochet, I can't shoot forward, so you have to learn to kind of attack at an angle. Still a decent weapon though, because it bounces off items, walls, and such. These torpedoes aren't much of a threat. You can really just avoid them by staying out of the water. I just sort of like to have a little fun. You gotta watch out for the bomb. See between those two walls down there? He's kind of hard to see. He'll get you. So here's a power-up that's beneficial. And now you can see I can shoot forward, but there's still one more power-up I can get for it. Again, these things also aren't so bad. You can avoid them just by leaving the water. These guys are good. They kind of expose themselves to you, so you just sort of follow them up here and then shoot them when they expose. You have plenty of time to charge, and they're one-hitter quitters with the energy weapon. This guy's pretty easy. He has these two little snakes. The big catch here is to remember that the two little snake things are what shoot at you, not the little pod guy over to the edge. Oftentimes I've been watching the wrong piece and gotten shot. But otherwise, pretty easy. See, like when you go between them there, it's kind of risky. Shit, 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 shit. So things can get out of hand quickly. Again, just don't panic, relax, watch the screen, get things back under control. I think the graphics are really cool. Like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I imagine I'm in like some sort of future space city sewer. Like the water flows around the outside, kind of like a halo. You know, like Saturn's got rings. I imagine this futuristic space city has like a ring of sewer water like this. Obviously, it's not poo-poo sewer water. Again, the energy weapon is the best bet. Just watch out for the laser gun. Try to kill it as quickly as possible. And then here, just dodge bullets. And that's the end of stage 2. Try the next mission. So we abandoned the city, we went into the water and to fight the alien invasion. Next we are going to go into the bio cave. Because every Super Nintendo game has to have a stage that is just disgusting to look at. And here's the bio cave, but I'm sorry everybody, you're gonna have to wait till next time. I know this video is a little short, but hey, you win some, you lose some. Some of my videos are 30, 40 minutes. Until next time, guys. Peace. Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Phalanx for the Super Nintendo, and I am in stage 3, the bio cave, which is just disgusting. So the first thing to notice is that I am in a cave, so there is a ceiling. And both the ceiling and the floor can't hurt me, so this is where the ricochet gun really comes in handy. These things are carrying like crates of disgusting worms. Also, you see this little thing right above me? This little square red door right above me? You can go in there and it's like a little bonus stage, but I find it to be more deadly than actually a bonus stage. So I would suggest you avoid it. Feel free to go in there if you want. If you don't kill these things quickly, they like let out a whole bunch of worms. They just sort of poop them out. I don't know. I have no idea why. I guess this is like what aliens do. They dig into the earth and then transport worms in mass. The key here is to just really tap the joystick a lot. The ricochet bullet is good. Watch out for these doors. Just creep all the way through. There's always a power-up after doors, so you can count on that. Now you just want to really kind of creep through and just really watch out for the walls. And the ricochet gun is really good because it bounces off. It'll kill a lot of enemies you're not even aiming at just because it's bouncing around the screen. You got to watch out for those little tiny worm guys. They're harder to shoot, that little thing. Yeah, those disgusting little guys come out of the crates. When you go down the cave, you got to stay kind of high up because the worms just sort of come from the bottom of the screen and they can just really sneak up on you. So I want to kind of stay a little low because I shoot faster if I'm closer to the edge of the screen, but I don't want to get too close because then a worm will just jump up on me and I won't have much chance of escape. Again, with these sets of doors, just charge through immediately and then be happy that there's a power-up right after. This is the mini-boss of this stage. Every stage has a mini-boss. I hate this guy. This guy always just jacks me up, so we'll see if I can get my shit together. It's cool that he goes into the background like that. The problem is that when he comes out of the background, he jacks me up. He just, I don't know what I do. There we go. He spins in a circle. You got to try to shoot him in the head. Possibly the ass too, I'm not sure. It's this. He's going to come out of this. Ugh, and every time he gets me, I always make the wrong choice. I don't really have many tips on this guy. I mean, I just sort of wing it. Then he spits out these weird brain things. Shit. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm stuck and my only weapon is this energy weapon, and it's not very strong. So these brain things, these walnut brains, whatever they are, when they shrink, they are not in the background. See, just like that. They are actually in the foreground. They will hurt you. So they're a real pain because they just kind of come out of nowhere from the background and they're immediately deadly. I don't know if that's a bug. I don't know if that was on purpose. I believe these doors close weird, so you just got to kind of charge through like that. And just keep in mind that in these types of shooter games, the hitbox is very forgiving. Those dudes, when they come 3 in a row like that, they stop. They then charge at you. Shit. Okay. So this is an interesting little like wall thing. I could leave here right now. But I'm gonna kill everybody. It's the right decision to do. So you see that everybody's dead and the screen has yet to move forward. That's because the screen won't move forward until I go between the 2 rocks. So if you want, you can just kill one of these 3 things and then immediately go through the rocks. But I feel as if that this stage is kind of built in sections, and that if you don't do certain things, I've repeated sections of the map before, and I'm not really sure what causes it. But like I've gone through a gate that closes, you know, that always has the power up after it, and then I've replayed the previous section. Whoa, 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 that was really close, guys. So I always kill everything at that boss because I wonder if maybe it's a requirement to move forward into this section of the map. But I've never been able to experiment enough to really figure out what exactly is happening there. This second half, this third half, this whatever portion of it I'm in, is far more deadly than the first. Ugh, because of things like that. In fact, I don't even like the boss of this stage, to be honest with you. Stay calm and dodge, stay calm and dodge. They're gonna charge, avoid. I'm not strong enough to kill the enemy, so I'm gonna have to go into avoidance mode. Ooh, not doing a good job there. Okay, so that was just me slipping on the controller and just charging into a wall. That happens time to time too. In some cases, that death is almost a gift, because I would much rather have. So this boss comes in 2 forms. Watch out for the lightning that they're gonna shoot. Alright, now that that thing's dead, it turns into this weird blobby thing, and you gotta shoot through the blobs to hit the little core piece in the middle. But it follows you, so it shoots these little homing missiles, and since I can't shoot backwards... Oh, it was almost good. You have to kind of lure it to get a bunch of time to shoot it in front. The problem is that all of the little bubbles in front of it explode, so it makes it real difficult to see what's happening. So this is probably, I would say this is possibly the worst boss in the entire game. So like I kind of rushed it there. I didn't give it enough time. You want to stay low and lure it down here into the bottom left corner, and you want to get as many shots in as you can and then use the upper top portion of the map to avoid it like I just did. Again, the closer you are to the enemy, the faster you shoot. The problem with your default machine gun, obviously, is that it is not very strong. So we're hoping here any second. Whew. Another stage down. Stage clear. A144 is the name of my spaceship. It's the model number. So I have 7 lives. 4th mission, Deep Core, get ready. And this is the Deep Core, everybody. This is level 4. It is the halfway point of the game, but, well, half of this stage. There are 8 stages in the game. Anyways, we're gonna do stage 4 next time. So until then, everybody, peace. Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Phalanx for the Super Nintendo, and we are in stage 4, the Deep Core. Now you can see that I'm kind of starting off in a bit of a rough position because I had a thumb spasm apparently. I had only 1 hit point and no weapons. The unfortunate side effect of this game is that you always start the next stage the exact same way you finished the stage before it. In this beginning section, you really need to watch out for the missiles that those guys shoot. They're little tiny and they get me all the time. I always think they're my own weapons. This thing, he slowly creeps forward as you fight him. If you knock off the white part fast enough, he stops and then he can't hit you at the edge of the screen, see? So you want to break the white part off the front of him as fast as possible, otherwise he'll be too close and you won't be able to just sit here and play it safe. So speed is of the essence. That's why I got really close with the homing missiles. If you want the homing missiles to shoot something specific, get right in front of them. Again, with the little tiny missiles. There's another one. They kind of look like badminton. What are they, birdies or something? That's the type of stuff you learn in elementary school that you forget. This guy, he's gonna like poop out his little dudes. And he's gonna like spit out a bunch of little disgusting things. He's just generally gonna be big and fucking gross. This energy weapon is really good. Again with the missiles. And you see, if you could just stay calm long enough, you can get your shit back together. I got good power-ups. I have almost full life. I got a nice strong weapon. Again, take note of the background. The artwork in the game is really cool. It does a really good job of setting the environment. In 1993, 1994, man, this was top-notch. This was unbelievable. It couldn't get any better. Okay, so these fucking things. These fucking eyeball things, these disgusting little fucking pieces of shit. Again, enemies that come from the background itself, while it looks really cool, are huge pains in the asses. So my only advice is to not worry about killing this boss. Just hang out at the very edge of the screen because it seems like no eyeballs ever pop out at the edge of the screen. I don't know what you'd call these things. Worms with mouths? You can kill these like big goopy things, as you can see, coming at me. The more you shoot them, the bigger they get. Ugh. And again, you just gotta kind of avoid. Watch out for the bullets that come at you. Try to stay as close to the edge of the screen for as long as possible. Don't let the change in music fool you. Those things are still sucking. See? Look at them sucking. I have no choice. I gotta run. It's dangerous. Okay, crisis averted, but you can see I'm in rough shape. I'd really like a power-up. These things will shoot big lasers like that. You can't kill their laser. I would suggest avoiding them. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like to hang out near the edge of the screen here for just that reason. I don't have a C missile, so B is going to do quite well. You kind of just sort of want to not... They stop before they shoot, so you just sort of don't want to be in front of them. I mean, that sounds really obvious, but that's the legit strategy. Just wait for them to stop and then get the hell out of their way. And the back edge of the screen is your safe zone, so I want to survive just long enough to pick that up. The white bullets that one of those spaceships was shooting, they do travel through walls and they do follow you. See those two right there? But you can shoot them like my homing missile did. I feel a little better now that I have 2 hit points. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. But it's still, it can go wrong at any moment. Because this is a big open space, again, the homing missile is really good, the homing weapon. You'll notice I didn't use the homing much in the previous level because there was cave walls. Again, it's a boss, so I want to use the energy weapon. I didn't want to do that. For this whale, you can't really hurt him, you just got to dodge him. He just shoots at like random intervals. So we're actually going to do this just in case I get hit. Okay, the tail can't hurt you. You really want to get through here, and then you just want to shoot the eyeball. Shoot the eyeball. Get it. The thing behind me is going to do that. So the trick is to just sort of like hang close and then back up and then kind of squeeze through. I know that probably didn't sound good. That's really it. Just be as close to the monster as you can. Don't be fooled when it blows up. It's still not dead. He's going to eventually open his eye and then charge. Oh, shit, I seen it coming. So you want to be weary of the charge, like right there. He'll open the eye before he charges. Ugh. The homing missile, as you can see, is not so great for bosses, but the laser is weak. Okay, and that's the end of that. So normally I would end the video here, but we're going to go on ahead and do level 5 as well, because level 5 is also very short. Stage 5, Mission 5, whatever you want to call it. I always say levels have stages. Level 1, Stage 2, etc. Level 2, Stage 4. This is the 5th mission, Destroyer. Get ready! You can see the Destroyer in the picture there, that's where I'm going. It's not very clear the first time, but after you see the level, that picture makes a bit more sense. So this stage is cool because it's the only one that's not an auto-scrolling stage. While it looks like it's an auto-scroller, I actually control when it scrolls, see? And there's a Destroyer here. Whoa, I almost did it again. So the trick to this thing is that you want to go in, there are like these little doors, I'll show you in a minute, and you have to go inside the doors and fly through these tunnels inside the Destroyer to get to like another little like hidden egg door and then kill the boss inside. You can shoot the outside of the ship, although it doesn't seem to be a requirement at all. Maybe to open the last door. I always do it anyway, so I'm not really entirely sure. As you can see, the homing is being a bit of a pain in the ass, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what it's trying to shoot there. I'm going over here because I'm weak on weapons, and I'm weak on life. And there's only 2 power-ups in this entire stage. So I'm going to fight my way to one of them now. They're tricky to kill, but I have a homing. If you have homing or energy, you can get the power-up. See, there's a door right there. Nothing up here. So hopefully I don't screw this up. This is kind of like an emergency strategy. So this thing here... Oh, I screwed it up. I honestly blame the homing missiles for that, because if they would have just shot the fucking thing. If you blow it up, you get a power up. Now there's another one up here, but I can't get that one now. See, he doesn't come far enough out. I can't get in there to shoot him. There is a way to kill him from inside the destroyer, which I might show you here later. But now that I have at least an upgraded weapon, we're going to go fight the first boss, although it doesn't appear to be too good of a situation. The laser is a very weak weapon. I wished I had one stronger. And be careful working your way back. As you can see, I've almost driven head first into the walls. You do have to fight the bosses in order, so this is the first boss. There's lots of ways to get in here, as you can see. And here's the first little egg door. Wait for it to open, then go in. So this boss, I think, is the most unfair. He takes the most amount of damage. He takes so many hits to kill that I'm concerned that with the laser, I just can't hurt him enough. The advantage is that the laser does go through bad guys, so... And as you can see, he's slowly taking away the screen, so I'm going to shoot slower and slower and slower. I'm shooting my lasers far slower now than I was when I was really close. And he will trap you all the way against the edge of the screen. So that could have gone better. It could have gone worse. I find that the energy gun is the best. Again, it's the strongest, plus its bullets travel through. Don't rest because you have to fly your way out without getting hurt. Which hopefully I can do right there. The laser does have the advantage that I don't have to hug the walls so much to fight. The second boss is over here to the right. That's where we're going now. And he's not so bad. It can get a little chaotic. A lot of robots and a lot of bullets to avoid. But all in all, I find the second boss to be the easier. He's easier than the first one for sure. So this is the way you can kill the power-up. Maybe we'll do it. See, I can shoot through walls. Shit. I didn't want to do that. That's what happens if you blow it up too close to the wall. So that's useless. I can't do anything with it. Which is a real shame. If you have a long-range weapon like this, just sit back and just avoid, avoid, avoid. My biggest issue here is that, again, the laser is not necessarily the strongest weapon. So I'm going to have to do this for a longer period of time. The energy weapon is, again, the best here. You get to shoot less, but you do more damage. And it's best to just get these things over with as soon as possible. But see, that's not so bad. That's it. 2 out of 3 down. There's only one more left. Real shame I can't get that. I could really use it right now. So you can go the forward. You can go that way. I like to go this way. I like to go backwards. It's a longer trip, but I feel like it's safer. Go. This is the door to the third one. So, be cool, don't make any mistakes. Oh, just like that. That's exactly what we didn't want to do. So my tip for this thing is to line yourself up right in the center of it and just kind of hope for the best. It's going to shoot a lot of lasers. Try not to make too big of movements. Your safest direct center. See, I moved up one and then I moved immediately right back down. Those little bouncy balls are kind of a pain. Once you've destroyed the main gun, you need to shoot this. Try to keep yourself on the low end of it and you're less likely that it'll ever even shoot a laser in your direction. You know? Like, I'm pretty safe here. Keep an eye out though, because sometimes it can fire the laser at exactly the right time, but more often than not. Once both sets are done, get yourself direct center and just get as close as possible. The closer you are, the more likely it is you can dodge those. And it's going to shoot lots of lasers, but again, the center is the safest. It's not flawless, as you can see right there, but it's by far the safest place to be. And if you're lucky, you'll kill it before you get hit. And that's the end of stage 5. So the good news is that we are on stage 6 out of 8. The bad news is that I'm starting the last 3 stages of the game down 1 hit point and I have no weapons. 5 lives is not bad. I've done better. I'm not too worried though. I think we're going to get this done. So now that I've destroyed the alien destroyer, we're going to go to the advertise area. How about that? I don't know, guys. Doesn't make any more sense to me than it does you. And yes, it is full of billboards, but we'll see that next time. So until then, everybody, peace. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Phalanx for the Super Nintendo, and I am in the advertise section. You can see it's full of billboards, and I'm already making bad decisions. So if I shoot these UFOs, they break apart into little tiny rocks, and the rocks are homing a bit and they attack you. So here I would suggest just not shooting at all and just dodging. Every UFO breaks into like 3 or 4 other rocks. See, just like that. So until you get lots and lots of ammo or high energy shit, I don't have much of a strategy here. I like the R the best because, again, there's ceilings and floors, and I find that's the best weapon to use. But, I mean, there is just so much that can go on in this stage that it's just... This is really where the test of are you paying attention and ready to avoid shit comes in. It's just a lot of reaction. Again, my main advice is to just stay calm. It's not nearly as hard as you think it is. This is a boss. You got to kill both sides of him. I like to attack the side that he's popping out of. I don't know if that's necessary. Watch out for the turd right there that I almost flew into. The foreground objects can blend into the background really easily. I'd like to get that C. We're going for it. See, now we just got to kill the lower half of the egg. Watch out for the rocks. I don't know why the advertise area is like, you know, full of meteors or comets or whatever these things are. Asteroids? That's the word I'm looking for. Why would you put all of your advertisements in the most dangerous part of the universe? Which in and of itself is not true. In reality, the asteroids in the asteroid belt are just hundreds of thousands of miles apart. They're not close together like this. But I mean, that's no fun, so. In a universe where the asteroids are all together in huge chunks like this, I still don't know why you would advertise. So these things are going to spit out these little guys and they expand into like sausage links and then they charge at you. Homing is best, just kill them, don't even give them a chance to charge. They're not too threatening. Their biggest threat is their numbers. But I really do like how this game pulls enemies from the background into the foreground. In the bio cave, it's a real bitch, but I think it's a really cool concept. The game is really exciting. So this part really fucking sucks. Sorry for the bad language, but I mean, it really does. There's going to be these like big balls that show up here any second. Hold on, there. See it coming from the back? It's going to be really strong, even with the energy gun. It's going to take a lot of hits. And then you got these guys, and they're going to shoot those things that like attack and follow. And then while that's happening, another one shows up. And then also you have like little tiny enemies coming in like this and shooting bullets. So really just try to let this thing get as close to you as it can. Back up to the edge of the screen and get as many shots off as possible. And if you could time it right, you can kill a lot of the enemies coming from off screen. Like that's about as well as I would have expected that to go. Don't be fooled yet, there should still be one more, I believe. As chaotic as this stage is, I find it to be one of my more favorite stages. Is this the final boss? It is. The mini boss is the weird worm thing in the rock egg. I love how this boss comes from the background. Oh, hey, what's up, bro? Huh? I don't want to kill this thing. I think this thing is rad. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. You can only hit him when he opens his mouth. The bullet that he fires there is heat-seeking. So you just got to kind of dodge it. Homing, I guess, would be the correct term. He's eventually going to do something with his weird little tentacle arm. I find it's easier to hit him if you're closer. So here's the weird tentacle arm back up against the edge of the screen. Let him swing it around a bit. He's going to charge. It shoots 4 lightning bolts. Wait right here for it to finish. It swings down. Stay in the top right corner. It shoots a bunch of bullets. Let all the bullets head to the top right, and then get back in the swing of things. And that's it. He's dead. Again, that's another really short stage. I'm going to continue. We're going to do stage 7 as well. So stick around. 7 of 8, we're almost done with the game. 8 lives. I think I have full life. Now that I've been through the advertising area, we're going to go into hyperspace. So I don't know, you know, maybe you got to go through the advertise area to get to like the hyperspace jump ring thing. Doesn't matter. It's just cool. That's what matters. So this is a big open area for the most of the stage, so homing is really good here. You know, you just kind of want to stay somewhat close to the enemy so that you can shoot a little bit faster. The faster you can get the enemies off the screen, the better, because they have less time to shoot, which means there's less bullets. Homing may not particularly be the best weapon for this, you know, as other people might have better strategies, but it's the strategy I prefer. In open areas, I like homing. These things sit for a second, and then they charge at you. They come from behind. The laser would be really good here because it shoots from behind. Whoa, see, I'm losing my cool. In fact, the laser would probably be almost better here because it shoots from behind, but I still like the homing. You know, and you just want, again, to have the homing attack a particular enemy, just get a little bit closer to it than you would normally. Oh, man. Losing my cool, losing my cool. So those things will fly at you, homing will attack them, it'll also kill the guy in the middle. Not such a big boss. It's gross. It's a disgusting bad guy, but it's not so difficult. These things will stop and then they'll shoot lasers, so I kind of go for that tactic. I try to kind of fly in front of them and group them together, you know, like, each one of those balls shoots a laser, so kill them as fast as possible. The thing with the 3 orbs around it, there'll be a few more of those. Here's one. They can be quite deadly. And the homing likes to chase the lasers instead of focusing on the bad guy, so keep that in mind. Here's a power-up that is very welcome at this point in time. There's another one. The bad thing about the homing is that the bullets are so big that they can block incoming bullets. It can get real easy to lose track of what's coming your way. I think this is the big crab monster boss thing. It's like one of those, it's a bigger version of that thing. It's like a double, you'll see. I don't really have a strategy for this thing. I don't know what to do. I just get close and I just sort of blast it. It goes up and down like this. Like, this is really my strategy. Oh, but that ends up happening. And then after it does this, it's going to shoot like just a whole bunch of stuff. Like, whoa. I don't know what you're supposed to do there. It's not uncommon for this thing to kill me. You can see which of the two is charging up. Like, they're both charging there. So that could have gone better, but that went about par for me. That's usually what happens. I don't know. I'm sure I can develop a better strategy to it, but... And you can see now that I'm weaker, there's more enemies, there's more bullets. This part is a little bit more difficult. A game like this is all about recovery. You know, you fucked up. It's a good metaphor for life, man. You made your decision, good or bad. Now you have to deal with the consequences, and all you can do is just move forward and make the best. You can't mope. You can't have regrets. You know, a little bit of regret's good. A little bit of regret stops you from making the same mistake twice, but, you know, you can't dwell on it. You just have to accept it and move on. Deal with the consequences. Pick up the pieces, move forward, and make the best of a bad situation. All situations can get better. These guys move in a kind of like a Medusa head pattern from Castlevania, Nintendo. So they're going to charge at me. I can't shoot backwards, so you're going to have to play the dodge game. See, like these two are going to charge again. I find if things charge at you, it's best to move. In this stage anyways, it's best to move closer to them. Watch out for those little orbs. They shoot like 3 little dash bullets that are very difficult to see. I get to kill a Darth Vader head. Random enemy. Kind of dig it though. Yeah, see the little bullets that guy shoots up top? Those are real easy to get lost in the background. He's not usually too much of a threat, but he will get you sometimes. Again, they're going to charge. You kind of want to lead enemies like that into one direction. Like you want to sit in the top corner of the screen and then move down and back, you know, to dodge. So now we're going to go down towards the enemy base. The ricochet is good here if you're unfamiliar with it, because anything the bullets can't fly through will hurt you if you hit it. But all this stuff is in the background and I can fly through it. I'm going to go with the energy weapon, I think. See, like that thing? I can't shoot through it, so it'll totally hurt me. I'm pretty familiar with the things that can and can't hurt me, like that's one, so I'm going to switch back. I like things in the background. Blowing up. And now we're going to go into their underground moon base. I guess this is the alien planet. And that was the surface. We exited hyperspace. I'm more interested in, although I don't have any missiles. Damn, I would have really liked to have had those. I didn't realize I had nothing. See the laser guys? Now they're going to be kind of dangerous. And this is the boss. This boss is very Contra-like. He's not too terrible. I have generally pretty good luck with him. Shoot him in the mouth to begin with, the little red thing in his teeth. He's going to shoot these little bouncy orbs. They can be a bitch like that. And now you just got to kind of shoot like his little head portion and watch out for these little Contra spiders. Oh, whoa, see, things are getting crazy. Oh, things got crazy. See, now. So this is not a good situation to be in because this weapon takes too long to charge. Again, the general strategy is to just kill this thing fast before it has a chance to get out of control like this. And now we have to shoot slow and we do little damage. But there we go. So not bad, everybody. I'm going to end in stage 8. I'm going to have 7 lives, possibly. I'll get a 1-up here. An extra man. Yeah, there we go. 7 lives, the last stage. Try the next mission. All right. And the last stage of the game, everybody, the last mission is called Last Mission. Charge. No data. It's all a big surprise. Are you ready? I'll give you a little peek. There it is. But we're going to have to beat the game next time, everybody. So until then, peace. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the last mission, the last video of Phalanx. So this stage is crazy wild. The things that they shoot and shit jumps around, and I have an energy weapon, and it's not the best weapon for this stage at all. We got to go through maze-like pipes. Enemies are going to kind of come down from everywhere. Look, I don't know what we're going to do with it. We're going to take it. I'd really like that R, but I just can't get up there to get it. Stay close to the edge of the screen here because you kind of have to navigate backwards like this. You kind of get a very Mario, like Super Mario Brothers NES Bowser Castle feel to this. I was worried that I would have to find the right path. You do not. It does not matter which path you take. You just have to get through it. Don't be ashamed to die here a lot is my general strategy. I'm going to take a lot of hits. We're just going to hope that I don't die 6 times. Oh man, I could have really used that. The negative side to the energy weapon is that if you don't charge it all the way, like you just really lose out. So those things can't hurt you on their way. Okay, see how it spits at me? It doesn't hurt me until it comes back. That makes it way easier to dodge these. I thought it could hit me both ways, and I was trying to dodge that instead of this. So just be cool here and dodge. Let grossness take form. I have no idea what those things are supposed to be. I don't know why everything is so gross. I guess because they're aliens. You can't fly through these things. You have to actually blow one of them up. Even though they open and close, the pink slime, the green slime inside will jack you up. I would like to have the energy weapon for the boss. So if I'm gonna die, I would rather lose the homing missile. This is the worst mini boss in the game. I hate this damn thing. Not necessarily because it's difficult, but because of this. It's gonna shoot this like gravity thing. God, I hate that stupid thing. And then I gotta dodge, and then I gotta get real close. And my weapon is like just not cut out for this fight at all. But it's so hard to hit him with energy. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna have to pick away at him. One hit and I'm dead, and then I'm stuck with energy. So that's not great. We're gonna really hope I don't die. Not because we're worried about the lives, but because we're worried about having to fight with an energy gun. Your biggest threat here is either the things that make the energy well, the gravity well. I don't know why I keep calling it energy charging you, but mainly it's like trying to dodge bullets when the gravity well disappears. Because you'll go from barely moving to flying across the screen. So you just kind of want to like develop a feel for when you think it's going to go away. And again, this boss isn't so hard as he is just slow and annoying. I guess it's a cool feature. I'd be really proud if I had programmed the gravity well physics there, but as a person playing the game, I fucking hate this thing. This is just so boring. And this weapon couldn't be the worst weapon for it. Because I can only hit it when the door is open. I can only hit it in its weak red spot. NASA spends billions of years installing a red, flashing, blinking weak spot on all of their spaceships for just this reason. Man, just die. So this is a perfect example of why you can see why it's really important to try to keep your weapons. Dying and getting hit is it is about losing lives, but it's an awful lot about losing your weapon upgrades. Man. I mean, I've almost would thank the death, really. I would hate to go through all of this and then die, but my default machine gun would be a much better weapon for this. This thing is just too slow and too weak. Okay, and then it turns into this weird thing. And this weird thing is not usually a problem, but again, with the machine gun or the homing missile or something, you can get way more shots in. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. Make the best of what you got, right? I like how it's just like some sort of spinning organism with a mouth. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the type of alien life that we do find one day. Just like a spinning see-through deep sea fish with razor-sharp teeth. I have this distinct feeling that alien life is most definitely going to be found in like an alien ocean, and everything in the ocean is a horrible, disgusting monster, except penguins, and whales, and dolphins. Sharks are pretty cool. But everything else, I think, is just a pretty disgusting slime ball of pain, agony, teeth. The ocean is literally full of monsters. If you gave a 5-year-old a box of crayons and said draw a monster, it would definitely draw something that looks like it belongs in the ocean. Tentacles, bunch of eyeballs, teeth and shit, fins, and yeah, it'd just be a horrible monstrosity. Oh, I'm pretty sure alien fish are just gonna be shit out of my nightmares. I'll never be able to sleep again after seeing a picture of it. That being said, I would absolutely love to see an alien fish. So these things aren't so bad if you can kill one or the other. Otherwise, just kind of try to stay focused as to where each one's at. One shoots in 4s, you know, up and down like a cross. The other shoots in an X pattern. Here's a bunch of butts. You know, maybe like some sort of like when we launched the probe to Mars, you know? This is like the safety balloons around the actual robot, the rover. They also kind of look like butts to me. Since everything in this stage is gross, I'm going to assume it's just like a 4-butt monster that's in the process of cell division to become an even more bigger, disgusting butt monster. Well, that's a real shame. But again, to some extent, it's almost better to have the machine gun here. It's probably a laser gun. I call it a machine gun. The 50 cal. Wink Ballfield's weapon of choice. You can kill the butt monster worm, the alien centipede, but I meant that like a human centipede, but out of alien creatures. It just sounded like an alien centipede. It really wasn't that exciting. I just sort of dodge and avoid. There's a lot going on in this stage, but it's not overly difficult, especially this butt section. I usually take a sigh of relief when I get to the butt monster section. And it's towards the end, like we're almost done, so this game is almost over. And don't feel too bad about not having any weapons. I know I made a big deal about getting this far with weapons. It is important for like the overall, you know, aspect of the game, but before you fight the boss, there is a way to power up your guns one last time. Avoid the drops. Always got to drop, you know, got to avoid the drops of acid coming from the ceiling. Classic, old school video game staple. So this is a good place to power up. In this fog are hidden weapons, so just kind of trace it. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just sort of tracing the fog with my spaceship, just desperately looking for anything and everything. Stuff is hidden in here somewhere. Like I think there's one down here. Yeah, hear me? I picked it up. All right, I got an energy gun. That's really good. Heat seeking. I can really probably stop looking for stuff. What I wanted was the energy. I think there's another one down here. But the energy weapon is the one that I really, really want. So this is it. This is the final boss. We're gonna go take out the alien mother brain overlord. Whatever it would be. It's really cool, the background. As you see, it's like a tunnel, and whichever direction I take my spaceship depends on which way it spins. But the alien always just sort of charges at me, so I'm not really moving in that direction. It's just a trippy background effect. So this is the best weapon to use here because you can shoot all the way through, and you got to dodge these arms. And okay, that's phase one of it. So one of these eyeballs always moves to where you're shooting. If you don't have the energy weapon here, if you don't have an energy weapon that can shoot through these eyeballs, this eyeball will almost always block your shots. So you would have to like move down to the bottom and then shoot. I'm gonna try to explain that again. So I would shoot up here to get the eyeball to move up top and then come down to the bottom and then shoot it while the eyeball moves to your position. But I have the energy gun and it can shoot through shit, so I'm just gonna use it instead. I just really wanted to dish that strategy out because it took me a while to figure out what was happening there when I played the game. One eyeball is always just moving to your position. The other is always trying to block your shots. And that's it. This is the alien's final form. It's like a little teardrop. Blow up the teardrop. And that's the end of the game, everybody. We did it. Another one in the books. Phalanx. Completed. Piece in the top left corner. Congratulations, Operation Climax completed. Final results. Your final score. Operation Complete bonus. Difficulty, easy, which was the default position. I didn't put it on easy. I didn't continue. I got a bunch of points for that. Thank you for playing. This is just the beginning. Challenge normal level. The end. And that's it. That's the end of the game, guys. It's Phalanx. It's not much of an ending, but you know what, dude? The game itself is a lot of fun to play. I would totally suggest everybody play it. Nothing happens from here on out. Great game, a lot of fun, especially if you're into shoot 'em ups. I think the graphics were good. I think the music was cool. The control was good. The fact that, like, it never lags, it never slows down. It is, I mean, so underrated. Like, this game is automatically like a 6 just because it doesn't slow down. The variety in the enemies is really cool. All of the enemies look awesome. The things that they do is cool. The strategy, the weapon. Overall, I really, really liked this game, Phalanx. I would give it a 9, an 8. I mean, I'd like to give it even higher. I'm just... Fuck it, let's give it a 10. I love this game. I really can't see anything wrong with it. So that's it, everybody. I totally suggest you check this one out. Phalanx for the Super Nintendo. Until next time, peace.